Hello Jenga Diaspora Media, na mambo vipi? I hope everybody is doing well over here, and as you can see, we are doing well. We are still pushing on with this life. Thank you for the subscriptions. I hope you're still subscribing to this channel. You're still sharing this information to your relatives, to your brothers and sisters, and to everybody that is near you. So as you can see, we are entering into a very cold season here in the United States, and it's getting cold. Yeah, and you see us now start putting these things, you need to know that it is getting cold here. Very soon I'll be putting on my gloves, and life has no balance. 2 years back in Doha, I was complaining that it was too hot because that place is sometimes too hot. So I was complaining that sunshine was too hot for us. Now here I am complaining about the cold. That is the life of a human being. We are always complaining in every situation and in every circumstances. No wonder the Bible says that we give thanks to God in all situation, in cold situation, in warm situation. We ought to give thanks. We ought to tell God thank you in everything. But that's life. So we thank God for every season. But this is to prepare you, those people who are planning to, or you have visions or you have ambitions to come overseas. It gets cold out in these places. United States is cold, but I hear Canada is the coldest. Maki right now there is sunshine, but you can't go outside there and try to bask in sunshine because you will just be feeling cold. There is a lot of wind which comes with coldness. So we need to be prepared in seasons and out of seasons. In every seasons and out of seasons, we need to be prepared. For we do not know what the season carries on. So I am here to encourage somebody that there is no point of giving up in life. Life has got ups and downs, but you can get anything that you need in life. You must accept the situation that you are in at a moment and start working on that situation. Be it a financial crisis that you are undergoing, start working into that financial crisis. You know, a financial crisis is not solved by another financial crisis. Like you are undergoing a very strenuous moment, you're trying to bring things together, but they're not coming together. So many of us fall into a ditch of maybe going and taking loans or trying to ask loans from people, but we forget that that one cannot solve your financial constraints or anything that you are doing. You have to start somewhere, and that's why I'm giving out this story. And once I finished my Form 4 school, I went out, and it was a very interesting story because one of my good cousin was working in Nandi Hills, and his shamba boy was going for a vacation, a 1-month vacation, and he called me and asked me, hey, there is a job here, are you going to come and try to work in this job for 1 month? My boy is going back home for 1 month, my shamba boy. Are you able to come and work for that 1 month? And I was like, yes, when am I coming? Because I had just finished Form 4, and I was 1 month at home. No, even a month I had not finished a month. I was like less than a month, because in our years we used to do KCSE, that is Form 4 level, and it was we did the exam until beginning of November. That's when we used to sit for that big exam. And you need to know, if you are there and you don't have a Form 4 certificate, you need to plan on how to go back to school, because I have been talking about green card over here, and one of the qualifications that they need you to have a Form 4 certificate. You need to be a Form 4, an O-level student. So if you are there and you still have visions and ambitions to go far, you need to go and upgrade. Don't just sit there. I know I have got so many friends of mine watching me. Maybe they didn't continue with the education after class 8. Some deliberately said, I have 2 friends of mine, they told me, Kaliwari, we cannot continue with this thing anymore because it is too hard for us. We are not getting anything. And I understood, because sometimes life in high school or in school is very, very hard. It's very, very difficult. You know, teachers are on your back, hitting you hard to get these things. So I have 2 gentlemen and 1 lady who said, no, we are not going to continue with this. I tried talking to those young people some years back, but they said they cannot continue, and that was it. Some of you are not in high school because of school fees and all those issues and all those things. You know, you need to know, like, there are so many reasons. But when I finished high school, my first job to do was a shamba boy. So you are not limited. You don't have any excuse in life as to why you are not performing, or as to why you are not reaching where you are supposed to reach. If you are living and you are breathing, and in this season that we are living today, you don't have to choose jobs. That's one thing. And even for those who will win green card or will relocate to the United States or any other places in this world, don't come here and start choosing jobs, because if you are a job chooser and you are a newcomer in any country you are going, be it in America, be it in Qatar, be it in Saudi Arabia, you will suffer a lot. You don't have any reason to choose any job. Like, I can't choose any job even right now. I will do that job as long as I have strength to do that job. And as long as that job is available, I'll do that job. But I won't sit down there begging or crying that there are no jobs, and yet there is something that you can do. So if you're finishing high school, if you're finishing school at this particular moment, you need to be doing something. You need to be doing something. It's not a matter of sitting down there and like trying to rob people. We have seen so many young people, they just enter into crime, citing that there are no jobs. Jobs are being created these days. You know, you have to start somewhere. So my journey started as a shamba boy. And that was not new job to me, because I grew up in farms, in Munyaka farms, in Cherangani, Kitale. So that was not a new thing to me. I had done it before, so I had the art of doing this kind of work. So after finishing high school, I didn't go and fold my sleeves and say, oh, because I was like a CU chairperson, because I was a preacher, I was preaching to the students and other people, so that one maybe gave me a guarantee that I didn't have to work. I had to go down, fold my sleeves and work as a shamba boy. So my good cousin calls me and tells me there is a job here as a shamba boy. And that was my starting point in life. So I went there and I was given my job description. I had to wake up very early in the morning at 5, go milk his cows. He had like 5 cows. After milking the cows, I would come and then I go supply that milk to people. It was a tea estate. It was a tea estate in Kapchorwa, Nandi Hills. So if you are watching from Nandi Hills, Kapchorwa, that was my first hustling area as a shamba boy. So I would go supply that milk and then come back. After coming back, I take tea. Yeah, I was being given some assignment after that. Like I would go throughout the compound and try to collect litter, you know, in those big farms in Nandi Hills. For those of you who've worked in factories and tea plantations, you know, there are those trees that are there. So they shed down leaves and everything. So I would go collect all those leaves and then trim the fence. I would trim the fence. Also, like I didn't do mowing, because there were guys who used to come and do mowing and also trimming the fence. But once they came, I would like join them and do it. So you don't have any reason as to why you're not working, or as to why you are saying there are no jobs. You don't have any reason as to why. This I'm talking to young people, because of late, even in my village, Munyaka, I have heard there are so many cases of criminality. Young people are joining criminal activities and they are being killed at their early ages. That's not what we are calling for. We are calling for young people to rise and try to be responsible. These are not days when we were being given land by our parents. These are not days that when our uncles were promising us jobs. Even me right here, I can't promise anybody anything like a job. No. But through this information, you get to navigate through this information and you will be able to be where you are. So there is no any reason, there is no any excuse as to why our young people or anybody else there who is joining crime. I have people in my village who are doing good in farming. Guys are doing good in farming. I have people who have ventured into these businesses of motorcycle, and they are doing good. But you don't have to stay there the rest of your life. Just get a starting point, and after getting a starting point, you switch to something else. You upgrade yourself. Ask those guys you see are now like somewhere. They started in that. So this is to encourage somebody that you do not have any reason to sit down and not do something. You have all reasons to do something. You have all reasons to work hard. So what happens before even I think this is after I went there for a month, worked for a month, and then the guy that I was relieving came back from vacation, and I had to go back to my village, Munyaka, and try to do something else. So I went into my village and now started like trying to figure out what will happen next. And I remember I would go into the fields there, buy sweet potatoes, and then go sell them in the market in Kitale town. You know, I will not like sit there and I'm not doing anything. Yeah, so I'm trying to like talk to this young generation, because I've seen they're watching these videos, and I want to tell you that whatever you are doing now cannot limit you to go to any destination that you want to go. From a villager, from the interior side of the village, I didn't allow the village circumstances or any circumstances to derail me down. I had to rise up and work. I had to rise up and work. I had to rise up and make sure that things are going on very well. So the Shamba Boy guy is today here in the United States. trying also to work smarter. This is not even, I have not achieved anything. I've just been given another chance. And God is the one who gives us another chance for us to come and try to explore these things. So I'll be giving out like opportunities when they are out. I'll be giving out opportunities both in the United States, both in the Gulf country. If you get a chance to go to the Gulf countries, go. I have many people in Saudi Arabia. Those people are working. They work for like 15 hours, 17 hours, but you work with the goal. The situation that you are in, the thing that you are doing today, it is not a permanent situation. You will have to get out of this situation. And remember, when you are in a position to earn something, make sure you are saving for yourself and you are saving for your future. Don't just work and you are not saving for your future. You need to go open that bank account. Even if you are not working, opening a bank account, you'll have just to open a bank account with a few shillings and let that bank account be there. One of the things that I normally ask people who come to me begging for money is that, do you have a bank account? No, you don't have. I don't have a bank account. Now, if you don't have a bank account, how do you expect someone to trust you with the money that you are borrowing? Nobody will trust you with that money. If you don't have a saving plan, if you don't have discipline to save, how do you expect that somebody will lend you money? Like, some people ask for a lot of money, yet you don't have even a bank account. You don't know how saving plans goes. So this is just a thumbs up to those people who are beginning life. If you have begun life, you are continuing, then well and good. You continue with your life, but we have also to speak to this young generation. Immediately you finish high school or whatever you are doing, open a bank account. You get 100 shillings, make sure you're saving 20 or you're saving 10% of what you're getting. So there is no situation that is permanent, and you are not limited to circumstances of this life. You are a go-getter. You must go and reach to that goal. You must go and get that which you have purposed in your heart. Whether you are in Africa, Kenya, Tanzania, wherever, ni lazima tujitume. Hakuna cha bure. Ukiingia katika wizi, risasi na kupata, you become a depressed person. Unakuwa mtu umechanganyikiwa hivyo. But it begins somewhere. So begin it from that particular point. Whatever you see small, be faithful with that small. You've been employed in that grocery, work in that grocery with the faithfulness and diligence. Be it in a hardware. If you're a shamba boy like me, I didn't go and milk my cousin's cow and then hide some milk in the fields there, because that's how people do. You've been given a particular position. Instead of you stealing the knowledge that that particular person has got in that field, you go there to steal from somebody. The way you steal from that hardware, the way you steal from that hotel, that is the same way people, your employees, will steal from you once you get a job, once you get your own business. It will be paid the same way you have done to that boss that has employed you. The same thing will be done to you. So don't go and steal stuff. Don't go and steal those maize in those farms. No. Steal that knowledge on how to plant those maize. You know? Don't steal that money from that matatu business. Steal that knowledge. Know how to join circles. If you don't have a circle, join a circle. And that one will help you embrace life challenges and be able to navigate in life in as much as things do happen to come. So this Shamba Boy is still here, imparting some information to you that you are not limited as to whoever reason, as to whoever circumstance that has brought you down or that you are in. You are not limited. So that was my first ever job after high school, working as a Shamba Boy. So next I'll be coming to give you my story as a hawker. After being a Shamba Boy to a hawker. So we will be sharing that. So consider subscribing to this YouTube channel. Share this information to your brothers and sisters, this young generation, and to everybody, and tell them that it is possible and there is nothing to give up at this particular moment. Many thanks. My name is Peter Njenga, and this is Njenga Diaspora Media.